Okay, so this will just be a quick review on how to transfer your grades from Schoology to Veracross for term 3. As I've shown you before, I like to set this up by splitting my screen. If you'll hold the Windows key and then click either the left or the right arrow, this will automatically resize your windows so that they fit either on the left or the right side of your screen. And so that just makes it easy to have them side by side. The first thing I want you to do in Schoology is to come to this grade setup tab. And just to confirm, if you are middle or upper school class, your weights should look like this: 50% for the fall, 28.33% for term 1, 2, and 3, and then 15% for the midterm. For the spring, and again, we set all of this up at the beginning of the year, so hopefully your course looks like this. The spring should be 50, 28.33 for terms 4, 5, and 6, and 15 for the final exam. If you need to change any of these, don't forget to scroll down to the bottom and click Save Changes. Now, if you are a lower school class, your weights should be 50% for the fall, and then each of these terms will be 33.33%. So you will not have a midterm or a final exam. If you have any questions about the grade setup page, please reach out to me as soon as possible. It's really important that this is set up correctly. Otherwise, your calculations that the students and parents see in Schoology will not match the grades that you see in Veracross. The next step is to go to your gradebook. And by default in Schoology, the gradebook display is going to show up for term 3. We are going to be looking at this second column, which is your current term 3 average. And in Veracross, I'm going to look at the same corresponding class and student here. And for term 3, which is the second column, this student has a 97. So in Veracross, I'm going to come to the T3 box and I'm going to type in 97. Once you click out of it, you'll see the box highlights in green, and that just confirms to you that it was saved. Please remember, you should not put anything for status unless you are a pass-fail class or if the student is receiving an incomplete for the term. And that needs to be agreed upon ahead of time with your division head. For middle and upper school classes in Schoology, come up to the drop-down menu for term 3, and you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom where it says Final Midterm Material Grades. This is where your midterm exam grade will be showing up. So let's say that the student has a 98 for his exam. I'm going to take that 98 and come over here to Veracross and type 98. And again, wait for that green outline on this box to blink so that I know that it was saved. And this average, the semester 1 average 97.71, should correspond with the overall average in Schoology, which here is showing up as a 98, so that is correct. It's just rounded up. Next, you need to come down and enter your T3 learning virtues. You will not be entering comments for T3 or semester 1, so skip that part. And the last thing you should do is come down to mark that the student is ready for review. Make sure to click on T3, mark ready for review, and then click to S1 and also click mark ready for review. So there's 2 things you need to mark once you're done entering the grades for this student. And just one last quick reminder for everyone. If you want a slightly faster, perhaps, way of entering your grades for term 3, on Veracross, come up here to the class summary page, and you'll see that it shows you a list similar to the list you see in Schoology. You can have these grades side by side and just kind of go down the rows and enter all the grades at once for each of your students. Remember, do not mark anything for status unless you're pass-fail or giving an incomplete. And then for middle and upper school classes, you should be entering your exam grade in the final column. Okay, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you all for your hard work this semester. Have a great holiday.